Hello, Scorpio. My name is Paul, and this is Dove and Serpent Tarot. This is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask that you connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And if there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay? And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And we begin with a Four of Swords. That is a lot of balance. It's a lot of rest. It's a lot of relief from a mental tension, mental anxiety, right? And on that note, you could probably hear our Sphinx cat coming into the studio. So she likes to make an appearance. She goes through phases. She's been here a lot, and then she kind of took some time off, and now she's back. So it must be a very important time for us all right now because she is back in the mix. Now we're setting up the rest of our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got a lot of strong cards here. A lot of strong. I see that there is some emotional tension perhaps down beneath everything, and that might be why we're really looking forward to this period of rest, right? This is kind of a mental reprieve that we see there. But we have a lot of good water energy too. All right, but now let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use one random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And that feels good right there. We're going to put that card here. We'll put Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. And now we're not going to look at that card until the very end. Okay? And we're going to see if it might tie everything together, give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. Yeah. We are doing something a little bit different on this channel. If at any point during the reading you get an idea, a sense, a feeling of what that card is, I want you to put your prediction in the comment section. Okay? Try to see if we can collectively raise our vibrations just as a community exercise, as a group exercise, if we can tap into our intuition and start discerning this mystery card together, right? But first, let's take a look around the room. Major arcana, we just have these two, and these are very powerful, right? Very powerful. Magician and the Lust or Strength card. And I think between these two, that really summarizes all you need, right? You need wisdom, intelligence, skill, and craft, and you need the passion, the heart, the magical power, the deep creative drive within you, right? And we've got to kind of master both of these. We have to master our intellect. We have to master our creative passions, if you will. We have some fire energy with the 2 and with the 9. We do have quite a bit of water here. We've got the water up above, which is a 2 and a 6, but then down below we've got a 5 and an 8, right? So I think the 5 is the transition period where we're pulling ourselves out of something, and I think that's very, very good news, right? And then as far as air goes, we just have the 4 of Swords, right? And then we've got our earth energy. So it's an interesting mix of cards. I guess, well, let's start with the 4 of Swords and that 9 of Wands here. This is real strength. This is the return of this abundant energy. Okay, I think you're really going to be, well, I think there's a period of rest or recuperation in your future very soon. I think in the next few days probably. And you're going to see a return of this strength, this fire energy, this vitality. Okay, this could be fitness, it could be health, it could be a creative kind of energy, an ambition, a drive, right, and enthusiasm. Kind of recommitting ourselves to our goals with this 9 of Wands, right? Okay, TT, let's stay down from the table now. We still have to talk about all these cards before we get to mix them all up. The 4 of Swords is a very pleasing card. It's a very relieving card to get. Because I think that you've been you've been tense about something. And whatever is this water energy that we feel down below, I think that's part of it. Feeling like it could be an injury or an illness, perhaps, that you've been going through. I'm not predicting anything in the future. I'm saying that you probably already know what this is or was. And this is the kind of, this is the relief. This is the mental, I can stop worrying now, right? Maybe you're still getting through it, but you've got the good word that this is nothing to be worried about. Like maybe you're waiting for some test results or waiting for a conversation with the doctor or whatever to kind of reassure you that it's going to be okay, right? So I feel like this is a relief of some kind of mental tension. Yeah. Even though we still may be experiencing some of this water energy, I feel as if there's I don't feel like it's an injury necessarily that you were going through, right? I feel like it's something a little bit more complex than that, right? Whatever it is, I'm not a medical doctor, obviously, but I can feel that there's a new level of abundant energy coming into your life, okay, with this 9. And I think we really need to channel this energy when it comes back, when it returns, when you feel strong, when you feel like your old self again, right? We need to channel this into, well, this Knight of Pentacles here. Because this is the fire of the earth, right? This is us really literally taking this fire and using it to move mountains, right? Using it to construct our future, to build our life, to follow through with our plans. This is the Knight of Cups, or the Knight of Pentacles that has vision, right? That has the spiritual vision, that can look out to the kind of empty landscape and see what could be. To look at the still undeveloped future and see what it could become. Okay. But to do that, and I think you've always had this kind of vision, but to do this, we need our vital energy. Yeah. We need to restore our strength, our passion, our ambition. And I think it's really a matter of us getting out of this this 8 of Cups primarily, and I think the 5 of Cups is showing that there is progress being made. Some of this water energy is moving, and that is leading to this relief. I think that it's one of these things with the 5 of Cups where it's almost as if it gets a little bit worse before it gets better, right? But at least we know that we don't want to be stuck in the same place for days on end. If there's movement somehow, even if it feels like maybe you're getting worse, but at least there's movement, there's some sort of flow to it, right? And so I think that this is the various stages that you're going through. Now, this could be something emotional. Maybe it's not medical at all, right? It could be an emotional situation with a friend or a family member or something like this. But I'm getting this feeling of that we've kind of been waiting on some sort of movement in this health-related issue. And again, I'm no doctor, right? So I can't give any kind of medical advice or anything like that, but I can sense that this energy is coming in. And I think it's important for you to put it to good use, Let's see. Let's talk about the 2 of Cups. It's up here at the top of the path of the dove, right? And I think that this is your big dream, right? I feel like this is your greatest love, your life's work, your life's passion, and maybe this was put on hold because of whatever this water energy is that's down here, It's I think that big dream that maybe feels like it's been getting a little bit further away, right? That it's kind of, instead of getting closer, maybe it's felt like we've been kind of losing it. I think we're getting this back, right? I really do. Especially when we get to these major arcana cards. These are the only 2 major arcana cards in the spread today. The Magician and the Lust or Strength. So both of these cards talk about a return to health. Mercury, the magician, is kind of the lord of medicine, right, of science. And then this is the return of robustness, of zest, of passion, of vitality, right? So this is very interesting that we have those two cards. Now, when we look at the recent past with the Six of Cups, the Six of Cups, I think, is I don't think this is the recent past, actually. I think this is kind of what's behind you, what's kind of motivating you, or what's supporting you, or this is the energy that kind of says, I got your back, right? And I feel like this is a strong support system. I feel like this is a lot of love and comfort and affection, nurturing and support from the people around you. I think you've got good people with you. I really do. And it's always nice to see. It's nice to feel that, you know. So I think that this is a big, not only a big motivator for you, but I feel, you'll have to excuse my voice today. Not only is it a big motivator for you, but it is also something that is reassuring to you, I think, that we can focus on what we need to do to get this water moving so that we can get our vitality back and we can get this peace of mind that's going to allow us to go forward with our dreams and goals, right? So it's nice to know that with the Six of Cups, things are going to get taken care of, that it's okay for you to deal with what you're dealing with. It doesn't mean everything's going to just fall apart, right? There are good people around you that can take care of things so you can rest your mind, rest your body, take care of what you need to do, right? Without worrying about the whole system falling apart. You know what I mean? I think that's a good feeling. I think that's an important feeling. Now, moving to the path of the serpent, obviously we've got that Eight of Cups here. There is something that needs fixing. There's something that needs to be repaired, right? And with an Eight of Cups, it's easy to see this as a glass half empty and it's draining. There's a crack in the glass and water's draining away from it. And this, I think, is that energy where we start to lose hope. We start to get pessimistic. We start to think, why did this happen, right? Or what did I do to deserve this? We're feeling like there's something out of harmony with the universe, that because of what's going on, something's just not right. There's a lack of harmony here. Well, the light side of this card generally is trying to tell us that the universe is in perfect harmony. The universe is never out of harmony. If we're experiencing something like disharmony, it's because of our own human personality, mind, right? Thoughts and feelings, the air and the water. And that's what this card is trying to say. Look, everything is happening exactly the way it should. We have to adjust our relationship with the facts around us, right? With the universe. The universe is never not perfect, right? But we just don't know perhaps how to see things or how to feel things in that kind of way, right? Especially when something terrible is happening. It's easy to think, why is this happening? This is just, how could the universe be this way, right? A lack of harmony and order and balance is only because of our human personalities, okay? And I think that the Five of Cups down here could either be disappointment, loss, dissatisfaction, right? More just negative emotions, or we could turn this around. And we could start to see the blessings that are in our life, despite what the problems are, despite how terrible things can be at times. We have to try to understand that we need all of it, that all of it is exactly how it should be. We just don't have, I think, maybe I'm just putting some of my opinion in here, we don't have the right kind of relationship with that. And here with the Six of Cups even is the perfect harmony, right? The 6, it's beauty, it's harmony. It's kind of the perfect mirror image of the divine, right? This is the perfect harmony, but we might be experiencing it in one of its less desirable phases, right? I'm not trying to minimize what you're going through. But we could make it a lot worse for ourselves by focusing on it this way, right? Anyway, enough preaching, I think. I don't mean to do that. The 2 of Wands, I think this is kind of what we're talking. This is the struggle with the environment. This is, it's the position of our environment. And I think that this is really us kind of wrestling with for control, right? Wrestling to have some sort of, it's almost like we're being angry at the universe because it feels like it's out of harmony, right? Feels like we're not resonating with it. Feels like there's something wrong, and this is kind of this is an energy that wants to change things, but it's almost just kind of banging our head against a wall. And again, this reinforces that idea that if we're rejecting something, if we feel that something is out of place or something is disharmonious with the whole, that disharmony is in our mind, is with ourselves, really, right? So we're struggling here, and I think that this is expending a lot of energy unnecessarily, and this really should be the obstacle, because what we have next is these 2 major arcana cards. And I think these are really in good positions. Now, even though Mercury, the magician, is here in the position of what we don't want, or what we're kind of rejecting, I think this is a couple of things. I think this is the wisdom that transcends the intellect, right? That transcends the human personality, that likes certain things, doesn't like certain things, agrees with some, disagrees with some. This is the wisdom that transcends that, and in essence says that everything comes from God, goddess, deity, from spirit, from source. And just because I might be unable to see how everything connects together doesn't mean that it's wrong, that it's imperfect, right? But at the same time, I think this card is also the human mind that helps us to be restored to our health and vitality, right? Maybe medical science or something. So I feel like this has a macrocosmic implication, but also microcosmic. And I think that this is the restoration of you, right? This is the being filled with the divine light once again. And I think it really does revitalize everything here. And we get right back to this lust or strength, this passion, this creative force. This is a lot of creativity. This is you now feeling like you have the power, knowing that you have the power to reach up and pluck your dreams right out of the sky, right? And that's exactly that's a very bold, very empowering card. And this was our dream. And I don't know what this was or is, but I feel like now you're feeling stronger than ever. You're feeling more capable than ever to pull that out of the sky, right out of the heavens, you know. So I think the next couple of weeks are going to be very important for you, and I think you're going to see a lot of this fluctuation of energy, and I think that you're going to start to feel this vital energy returning, this abundant energy, and you do need to manage it. We do need to direct it right into our spiritual vision for the future, so that we can realize our dreams, and we will be activating these major arcana archetypes, right? This healing and this return to, magical virility and vitality and robustness. But now let's look at this mystery card. I am curious what this could be. Oh, but one thing I did forget was with anytime we get the magician or the magus, we have to do an I Ching card. I almost forgot one of my unwritten rules. I really need to make a list of all of those rules and post them somewhere. So for that magician card, we're going to do one I Ching hexagram, okay? And see what that wisdom is. 2. The second hexagram. Very interesting because we just had hexagram number 1 as one of the ruling archetypes of the cycles of energy readings that we do. The last one was the number 1. Here we have the number 2, Earth. This is all about Mother Earth, receptivity. This is the feeling that everything is kind of surrounding you and supporting you and healing you, right? From the source, creating success, the constancy of a mare bears fruit. A noble one has a direction to go. At first, confusion, later gains a master. Peaceful constancy brings good fortune. Partners with creative force in the flow of creation. When you have a mare's constancy, you will be steadily loyal to the truth and action. Well, we kind of have here this Mercury magician as the truth, and this card is action, right? Because this is truth. This is the wisdom that transcends the human mind, the human intellect. The noble one has a direction in mind, but not the route planned out. See, the spiritual vision, we need to put our energy into this to visualize the kind of final outcome, the final goal, and then essentially work our way backwards, right? To kind of map out how we're going to get to that ultimate goal. At first, there are many possibilities, but once you begin, guidance and signs can be received to light your way. How are you being guided? How can you lend your strength? Well, I think these major arcana are guiding you. I think we have to look at Mercury, the magician, as the guide. Hermes is the psychopomp. It is the guide. So I feel like that is very important energy for you right now. And I think that's going to kind of guide us along this path to get to this, the realization of this dream, you know. Now let's think about the mystery card. Let's try to connect with these energies. Let's raise our vibrations. Let's tap into spirit, into source. Let's invoke our holy guardian angel. Let's see if we can discern this mystery card. You can pause the video if you want. I'm going to venture a guess and just say there's going to be more earth energy here. I'm feeling like we need kind of a grounding of some of this energy. We have the earth here with this one, but this is still kind of future state, you know. I want to see how we get there. Right, so maybe we'll get a 6, a 9, or a 10. No, we get another 4 of swords. The emphasis has to be on this rest and recuperation, but not only rest and recuperation and relieving of mental stress and mental tension, but also the meditation, right? Not the human intellect trying to reason things out. So we don't have a lot of swords cards here generally, right? Just these. But this is a stability. This is not us trying to reason things out or trying to analyze or trying to dissect things. This is the human mind in a state of meditation, a temporary quietude, a stillness mentally, where we can perceive the energies, right? It's a deeper knowledge, a higher knowledge, more intuitive knowledge than just the human intellect likes to do or likes to investigate. So there is an emphasis here on stilling the mind, stilling even our water energy, our emotions, right? Quieting down that human personality so we can receive the wisdom, the intuition, the knowledge, and the guidance from above, right? From the highest. And that will guide our way. That will give us the reassurance that we need. It's also on a very practical way, telling you to kind of shut up, be quiet, and listen to what the doctor tells you. All right. To listen to the information that's being given to you, even though our mind and our heart might be going, 1,000 miles an hour, we've got to slow that down so we can really listen to what's being told to us, right? In whatever this isn't a medical thing, but in whatever situation this is, kind of saying, stop talking and instead listen, because the information is being given to you. Okay. And now we are going to do an extended reading. Scorpio, if you want to stick around, click either above or below in the video description box thing. New readings for Scorpio every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 a.m. Chicago time. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, all that good stuff. I want you to remember, Scorpio, that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you, and I love you, and we are all in this together.